Well, here's the $100 jet ski, and we thought it would be a great time to give a little update on this thing. And if you haven't seen any of the previous videos, this is our 1996 SeaDoo XP. We bought for $100 because the guy thought it was locked up, and also he'd never rode a jet ski, so I had those things going for me on the purchase. But I've been told that this 1996 SeaDoo XP, the hull is filled with voodoo, and it's slicker than a combination of Johnny Cash's hair in the 50s and a Vaseline popsicle. So that combination, I guess, has made this SeaDoo one of the most renowned and sought after jet skis that there is, but I doubt this exact model is the one people are looking for. Probably something a little nicer. But yeah, this is our jet ski, and we're gonna kind of put this thing through the paces. And if the seat looks a little worse for wear, you could thank our cow friends for that, because there's only 1.5 feet of grass everywhere around here, and they thought the vinyl was tastier than that. So, you know, just can't have any nice things around these guys. But I'm going off on a tangent. Now let's get back to jet ski stuff. Hey everybody, welcome back to Full Blast Garage. Today I'm dressed for it, and we're taking out the $100 jet ski again, but this time we're putting it through a torture test. And by torture test, I mean teenage daughter. So if you want to go ahead, say a little prayer for me and that jet ski, and let's get this thing on the water. Before we get this thing in the water, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of a tip. If your SeaDoo 2-stroke been sitting for a while, you go out to start it up, it feels like the starter just doesn't want to turn the engine over, even though you know you got full battery, your starter's good. What's likely happening, like what's happening to this thing, is there's a seal in the engine that keeps the 2-stroke oil from just leaking by from the tank into the crankcase, and it's bad on this one. So if it sits for a month, you're gonna need to pull the plugs and just run the starter and blow out all the oil. So let me show you what we're looking at here. So on this engine, slanted head here. So that's how you know it's fast, just in case you didn't know. But pull your plugs, and I would recommend putting a rag or a microfiber, hold it down over the top. Otherwise the oil just sprays everywhere. And man, I'd run it for about 15 seconds, rest for 15, keep going until it kind of clears up. And then you can run the thing. And I'm just warning you, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, this thing is going to smoke up your shop like a bingo hall, because it's burning an excessive amount of 2-stroke. And then your fix. So if you guys can see right there, got the hose clamps on. This valve that I used, it's either 5/16 or 1/4 inch. It's too small. But what you're gonna need is about a 1/2 inch valve, just a ball valve that you can close. And you keep that thing closed when you're done, and that stops the oil from just draining by that gasket and filling up your crankcase. So install one of those on the big hose coming out of your oil fill tank, and you'll be fine. So that's it. That's the fix. But man, talking about all that oil filling up this shop, it's giving me flashbacks. And I've been having them since that day, so it's kind of weird. Flashbacks. These SeaDoo fuel clamps were designed by the devil with help from Beelzebub. Flashbacks.
Oh man, I can't. I can't show my trailer backing skills, so I get stage fright.
can't show my trailer backing skills, so I get stage fright. Oh man, I can't show my trailer backing skills, so I get stage fright. Oh man, I can't show my trailer backing skills, so I get stage fright. Oh man, I can't show my trailer backing skills, so I get stage fright. Oh man, I can't show my trailer backing skills, so I get stage fright. Oh man, I can't show my trailer backing skills, so I get stage fright. Oh man, I can't show my trailer backing skills, so I get stage fright. Oh man, I can't show my trailer backing skills, so I get stage fright. Oh man, I can't show my trailer backing skills, so I get stage fright. Oh man, I can't show my trailer backing skills, so I get stage fright. Oh man, I can't show my trailer backing skills, so I get stage fright. Oh man, I can't show my trailer backing skills, so I get stage fright. Oh man, I can't show my trailer backing skills, so I get stage fright. Oh man,
man, as y'all can see, I survived. The jet ski survived. It was a great day. And this is the $100 jet ski. Putting some smiles on people's face one time again. And just to recap, if y'all haven't watched the other two videos, this thing's gotten fuel lines, fuel filter, plugs, and a fuel diaphragm in the carburetor. Next video, after riding it the first time, I realized the wear ring was shot. About a 1/4 inch, free open air space all the way around the thing. Put a new wear ring in that I already had just laying around. So that was it. And I haven't even put the thing in the pond since then. So that was, the footage in this video is the first time we've rode it since the wear ring. And this thing is an absolute ripper. I mean, I didn't know if y'all saw me, hit that 360, bail out. But honestly, the old sombrero came down. I couldn't see anything. I lost all, function of my inner ear. And that's what caused me to fall off. So the rest of the time I was dry, stayed on. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Just trying to do something a little bit different. Didn't want to do much wrenching, even though I had to because the motor was full of 2-stroke. But hey, what'll solve that is burning up a starter and with your plugs out. That'll solve that problem. But I want to thank my family, thank my daughter Kennedy for being my guinea pig there. And man, until you see me again, well, first, like, comment, subscribe. But until you see me again, I'm trying to beat a train that's right behind me. Just go out and do something that makes you happy. Spend a day with your family out on an old $100 jet ski. See y'all later.